and got some power scrapped away from a W. If I look at what these two compositions want to do, basically they're both looking to, in the case of Live Sandbox, just very clearly just scale to late, right? Like that's, if you get there, you're happy. Whereas the composition from T1 is also fine scaling to late, although it becomes very reliant on Teddy carrying, which I'd say safe bet. Like I don't think that's necessarily.
I don't feel bad about that.
That's not necessarily a bad place to be in. But the T1 comp to me has a lot more options in the mid game for setting up proactive picks. This Fresh and Syndra combination we've seen time and time again makes it really easy to find a single target and knock them out. Now on the downside is that if the solo lanes get ahead for Live Sandbox, you get into a situation where you can both the money well, but. And here we see, already that early Syndra prio. This is going to cost Closer's health bar. But, well,
he could have traded flashes there if he wanted to. That's actually just so terrifying. They're going to eat through their corrupting potions, both of them with one charge left after this, but...
It's just the same, just a different bird. A Summit.
That's cool. Summit taking so much damage here as he takes 2 turret shots and he's dead. That's called a solo kill, ladies and gentlemen, and the Penguin's dabbing as he should. We'll find On Fleek here is standing on top of a ward, which is not necessarily what you want. Summit dives on in. There's the flash forward from On Fleek. They're looking to lock down Owner immediately. There's the teleport. Great flash out of the new T1 jungler. However, not enough to get themselves even more as On Fleek's trying to run out of there. He should be able to, and Fate just stands his ground. Closer getting over that wall. And maybe just not working it out. I was too busy focusing on whether Owner was able to actually figure out how to get that fight working. As you can see, though, T1 still with a huge advantage in all of their lanes outside of the forest, as everyone just wants to kill Summit. There's the flash forward from Carrier. There's a Lantern if Teddy wants it, but he doesn't need anything like that. He'll just pick up the kill. And if it
5 now, 4 now, I think.
Whoa. Effort wanting to get rid of Closer, and actually, he just wants to set up for a kill. Closer finds himself once again on the wrong side of the rift.
Ability available as we get a collapse here.
Yep, here's a big teleport from Fate. He was actually walking up topside and instead is just going to shuffle his way down towards the bottom lane, but Live Sandbox have found Carrier. They should be able to take him down. Owner's here, though, and Closer's moving on down. Collateral damage, doing some work. You saw a Moonlight Vigil. Not going to work out there onto Effort. Not able to lock down the cow, and that is a good rotation for Live Sandbox.
The Thunderous allows you to more reliably fight team fights, because you're a lot less squishy than you would be with something like a Triforce. Oh, Carrier.
Oh, the hook from Carrier. He is so good. That Blast Cone, not what you want. Make sure that they can't get collapsed on. Now the Phalanx going to be collected, as that's a flash that Carrier is going to get one more time. This guy's Thresh is so good. By the way, guys, it's extraordinary.
I'd even say Carrier is so good. I think we can, like, don't even need to mention his precious effort is very unfortunate cow.
Yeah, that's it's called mincemeat. Chronicler is just caught on the wrong side of everything. As Zeus, no one actually wants to engage onto this lonesome Gragas into the mid wave. A little bit of indecision, as you can see here, but Teddy gets right onto it and is going to be able to take down this inhibitor turret. Not going to look for the inhibitor just yet by the looks of things. As there's a teleport in. No, we're committing. We're going to try and get some super creeps here in the mid lane. As Effort comes on down. Unbreakable Will has been popped, but he hasn't really found enough of that CC as Owner just dives forward with the Gale Force and he's able to lock down the kill onto the cow. Hook is going to go wide, and they do manage to get the inhibitor, and they'll take some stake on top of it. As that was a very nicely timed crescendo.
Good timing.
And is going to easily take down the dragon.
And this is a really nice teamfight setup. I do feel like you kind of are looking for the survivability that Inferno provides you, so maybe T1 wants to play it a little bit slow and not necessarily get anything done. Teddy knew that, right?
Poor Effort.
He saw him.
Ups towards the bottom side. Owner moving on down as there's the body slam onto Summit. Summit knowing that there's something fishy going on as a teleport to come forward, and Zeus is losing out on this matchup. Absolutely. There's the cast, but it's eaten by the Banshee's Veil immediately, and there goes the Gragas. Camille going to go down immediately as Owner is also now in trouble. There's the gameplay button from Closer, but now On Fleek is going to turn on him. Effort once again being turned into mincemeat, but Closer is also going to suffer the same fate as Prince locks down that kill. T1 still ahead by just a little bit here as Carrier looking... Oh, dear. Yeah, Prince. There's no turrets to execute yourself under either. How very upset as Carrier finds a hook onto an invisible target.
Worst
Pretty
case scenario, because now you also lose Soul. Repeated the previous play.
Yeah, I think I've seen this movie before. Chronicler is there's the cask back. Hextech ultimatum onto Owner. Let's see whether Summit can trade 1-for-1, and he absolutely can. He gets booped at the end, but now Effort once again in trouble. Oh no. Blade back, there's the headbutt onto Closer, but Teddy is untouched.
Death Squad that just keep getting that cow meat.
Oh wow, Teddy does it again. He just like calls for the Severum, and it of course comes up as there goes the Baron. Absolutely. Summit now looking for a flank, but he's going to get turned on. There's the Shirelias. As Summit tries to hook shot. Was thinking about going back in, but of course they have no chance to do that. So T1 just wander away with the first Baron of the game to augment their Cloud Soul. They already have Closer. Unfortunately, caught out of position here from Summit. Great ward. Was put down earlier. I believe that was Fate as Hextech Ultimatum. Probably unnecessary. Very dark now in the river, but T1 are wasting no time. Teleport coming in immediately as Carrier moves on forward. Okay, Zeus trying to be that frontline as Effort looking for that headbutt to get into the backside, but the Elder Drake is down. Every neutral objective has been taken. The 4-man Emperor's Divide, though, from Fate just doesn't matter because this dragon is so powerful, guys. And T1 just wiped the floor with Liv Sandbox. Summit, the only man standing.
For a long time. And I don't want to spoil. Actually, no. I want to say I don't want to spoil my vote, but I don't know who gets Pog here. But I know it's someone on the bot side of the map. I mean, you say that. But think about Carrier. I know.
I want Carrier. Give it to Carrier.
Thank you.
Just give it to both of them at the same time. Can we give it to both of them at the same time? Surely we can. The bottom lane.
I feel like 13 minutes for the first Drake when you're like copping plates at like 2 minutes, in. That's not where you want to be. This damage chart, as expected, absolutely disgusting. And even though I think Closer had a very middling game, he did what he had to, right? Like, his goal was use scatter, keep Teddy safe, press my R button. Did those things? Yeah. And a big game for Zeus. As you see, Summit, this was very much Summit against the world.
It was. He's been in this position before, of course. He was brought up under Keen. Him and Keen were forged in the fire of 1v9, and that is still the case by the looks of things. Prince and Effort having a pretty forgettable performance. And speaking of forgettable, I forgot that there was an Udyr in the game after that first kill that he was able to get. Pretty done and dusted. Like, there are always scenarios where, like, with big wombo combos that you do have available with the Samira and the Orianna, that just comes from, like, the innate power of Shockwave. It does feel like a situation where if you carries get behind, if Fate or Prince doesn't really get going, no one is going to kill Zeus in front-to-back team fights. It's just not happening. Like, I don't see a way in which you reliably kill that Scion, and then you're not only facing down Teddy, but also, as we already talked about, like, super consistent poke, which you can kind of alleviate, right? Like, you have the Orianna shield, you have the Gragas who can tank a lot, and then you have the Blade Whirl. But if T1 ever gets a lead in this game, I am very worried for Liv Sandbox. So what they need to do is, like, find early game leads, really make it happen early on. The next one, as a spear, is going to barely miss Fate there, and by barely, I mean it was a decent margin. As OnFleek does choose the right skin, however, is not going to be able to help Effort here, who does have to flash away, and he's going to get double scuttled here by Owner by the looks of things, as this ward is going to be cleared, but not going to be able to get towards this river. Carrier, he's still looking around, just wanting to make sure that everyone's gone home, as Owner looking for the spear. Summit walks back though, but still, it's looking real rough. There's the cast, because Summit decides to go the other direction, but Closer's lying in wait. And he's going to get the bad news pretty soon. There's the Paddle Star. He's still looking to be frustrating, but there are more sparkles for him to take. And Closer's going to grab first blood this time.
And that level 6 hit here.
Yep. Effort going to go in with the Dredge line. They just wait it out once again as he's burning down. There's the Killer Instinct, but Effort is going to survive for the moment.
First game, and then you see Teddy, and you're like, oh no.
Alright, there's another cast, because Zeus is going to flash out of the way of OnFleek and Summit. The train is going to leave for a very short while, but he's now going to go over and help with this Rift Herald instead. Owner in position, Carrier rotating over, but, you know, he's going to go home. As OnFleek coming on down. This could be a 50-50 actually. That could be quite scary, as it does go over to Owner by the looks of things. Does pick up the eye there as Carrier decides not to go home actually. Instead, he wants to grab some kills as Effort and Fate going down pretty low. OnFleek should be falling here as well, as there's the Shockwave. It's going to take down 2 in an instant, and OnFleek survives. That's a great pulverize though, as T1 are looking to try and answer back. Carrier will answer for his sins as Effort trying to walk his way out. Not sure why OnFleek decided to come back, but he did, as Closer looking for Summit now, who doesn't have a lot of mana left and can't actually body slam to slow Closer down. And Closer's going to say thanks for the double buffs.
He's going to get the drive-by as dive on Fate.
In the meantime, Fate is looking to fall down here in the mid lane. That's a hit spear that time around. Liked it, as Carrier is going to get the trample onto Effort, but the dredge line comes back. Bubble is going to stop anyone from being able to get out of there, as in goes Owner, and Closer grabs his 4th of the game. Goodbye, Mr. Udyr. That's exactly what T1 wants, so just a dragon fight is all they really need. Good belly bop there for an interruption, as Owner is snuck into this brush. Let's see whether the spear is actually going to connect, as the train's going to come through, as there is the cask. It's going to bring on Owner, but I don't know whether Summit's going to survive this one. Owner gets under the turret. Somehow that spear is going to connect as he flashes forward.
It's a bit unfortunate as OnFleek. Something else to say about that.
Yeah. He's trying to be relevant, as there's the Shockwave. Verdant Berry, thank you very much for that one, as OnFleek's going to get paddle started. Now has to flash away. The Ignite still ticking down, as Prince trying to get the autos, trying to get to that S rank, as that's a great Death Charge and Dredge line. This is high octane top laning right here. Look at the health bars. They have gone slightly down. And now Zeus is moving out of the way. Effort is now going to turn up to add also minimal damage to this battle. There's a Nidalee on the way. Does get a double knock-up. That's another double knock-up there from Zeus, as Prince is finally going to get here. Soul Furnace comes in. You can see the dive through from Owner. Immediately takes down the Nautilus. Zeus is still just tanking up the ultimate from Prince. Shockwave comes through, lands onto 3, but it's not going to stop the double kill from landing. Somehow, Teddy gets a field goal through the middle of these two, as the bubble is going to connect onto the Orianna, but not able to get another paddle star down. And that was comical. Damn, Zeus is so tanky.
It's high-octane gameplay here, Atlas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and this is like, you can't approach. That's the problem. You're going to get hit by something. And this is feeling like Zeus' Nard game, but instead of playing Nard, he's playing an actual tank, and it's even funnier than it was back then.
Teddy exists, and he's going to take an inhibitor turret in the mid lane. Teddy's had a very slow game today. Sort of secret agent Teddy right now, as OnFleek is going to get a pounce out of Closer, as Effort just going to get popped. Yep, Teddy pops on over. He's like, all right, I'll just take that one. Thanks for the ticket out of here. As now OnFleek trying to chase them down, but in comes the train. Prince could be in trouble. That was some sick drifting, actually, out of Zeus to get him here, but inhibitor turret now being occupied by Liv Sandbox. Oh my goodness, the Blade Whirl didn't really do enough there, as you can see the Udyr just going to die. Not a lot of options right now, as I believe the bubble did connect. Summit is still going to die. Voidseeker picks that one up. All you, Teddy, all you. As now it looks like T1 are actually just going to push through for the win. They've taken enough of these kills. They've had enough of this game. It's a 10,000 gold lead, and T1 are looking so strong. However, not going to take this next Nexus turret. As you can see, teleport back immediately by Closer. As T1 do have some lower health bars. Oh my goodness, look at the poke.
Yeah.
That's crazy. These bubbles seem to be homing. Somehow that spear connects onto OnFleek, and he just dies as a gift. Over to T1. Into the backline goes Carrier. Effort is going to be cleaned up, but does manage to interrupt the decimating smashes. Teddy finds the backline. Blade Whirl's just going to be waited out. That's not going to find anything there. Fate on the Shockwave, and now Summit's just going to be gunned down. And T1, they just wanted one more team fight before they won this one. The Dragon's still available, by the way. But no, the Nexus is more important. This last Nexus turret would have been taken down by minions. And now Fate finds himself on the fountain without a hope or a prayer. As of course it goes Carrier. Throwing his life away. Oh my goodness. Teddy locks that one down with the Acathian Rain. And there goes the Nexus. T1
with on the back of Summit and Croco. Then taking one of those two players out is, in my opinion, not really worth it. Another game where, yeah, you just... And yes, this is Udyr, but they super hard prioritize the Udyr, like time and time again. And no one can do that besides Prioshik and maybe Kayn, but Kayn is a freak of nature that can play anything in the jungle and makes it look super broken, so that's not really a fair comparison.
True.
As a whole...
Yeah, no, that's not allowed.
This is the first time, I think, that we've seen T1 look super good, but Live Sandbox is a team against which I think you should look super good. So.